هاي ديما.
هاي نديم.
مثل ما بتعرفوا أنا نادز ريفيوز.
And I'm Deema loves drama.
ورجعتوا معنا بكوميونيتي باي فيو وأنا عم نخبركم عن all the latest K-dramas. And I'm learning my journey through K-dramas with Deema right here, which is super fun.
Obviously. Like, how many people would say that they went through a K-drama journey with Deema?
عن جد it's been incredible. كتير عم بنبسط معك. I don't want it to end صراحة.
Me neither, honestly. Talking about K-dramas every day is so much fun. Now, I know I already do it as my full-time job, but this is just like an added benefit.
I can't wait إنه آخر حلقة رح تكون كلها عن التريب اللي ديما أخذتها to كوريا. شو عندها stories already خبرتني شوي بس I'm so excited.
There are so many stories to tell. I'm already planning my next Korea trip, but within this one there are so many special moments, so many heartwarming moments, many moments where I was stuck in the middle of nowhere. Like there's a lot to talk about.
طيب homework شو عملتي فيه ديما؟
I asked Nadim to watch Flower of Evil and Mouse because today, this episode, we're going to focus on action, stunts, thrillers, and variety shows. So let's begin with Flower of Evil.
Okay. واو so هيدا أكتر homework صراحة انبسطت فيه this week من وقت ما بلشنا because I think you know genres اللي بحب. So أنا كتير بحب action, بحب horror, thrills, all of that stuff. So خلينا نبلش بفلاور of evil. If what an experience.
Right.
أنا I don't usually in general Hollywood stuff وهيك ما كتير بحب crime thrillers هالقد بس حسيت this has such a unique twist. هلا أنا ما بدي أنزع كتير for people اللي بعد ما حضروا بس the music was beautiful by the way. I shazammed a song بدي أسألك إذا بتعرفيها by the way actually.
You shazammed this guys.
كتير حلوة.
Look, I've turned him into a K-drama fanatic.
Do you do that in K-drama stuff?
Obviously, yes.
Feel You by Shin Young-jae.
Oh yeah, that's like one of the main OSTs of the drama.
It is.
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
It's beautiful. كتير حبيتها. Yeah. حس رح يصير فوت K music or K. It's not K-pop, right? This isn't K-pop.
No, it's just Korean music. But like, in general, a lot of people get into K-pop and Korean music from K-dramas.
From the shows.
Because you just get so into it and you start liking the music more. And look at you shazammed the song.
Exactly.
Okay. So people don't get confused while we talk about Flower of Evil. Let me explain to you guys what the storyline is about. So Flower of Evil is about a family. They have a little daughter, so it's parents and a little kid. She's so cute. So
she is very cute,
right?
Yeah.
Adorable. I love her. She was like one of the highlights of the story for me. Anyways, they live peacefully. They're having a lovely life, but then everything turns around one day when the wife finds out that her husband isn't the person he's pretending to be. So the drama is full of twists and turns. How did you find it?
Super thrilling, exciting. There's a very nice هيك شعور للمسلسل هيك eerie feeling. حسيت حالي unsettled أنا عم بحضره. I love the cast كلهم. Their acting is tremendous.
Veterans,
صراحة.
all of them
are veterans. Okay.
So during the first episode, what was the most shocking moment for you? We're not going to spoil too much for you guys, but I feel like asking these questions is so much fun because there's usually one moment where the drama clicks for you.
Yeah.
So what was that like shocking, like captivating moment?
هلا look, the scene that pops into my mind أكتر شيء is the cliffhanger. So ما رح أنزعف for everyone بس كتير حلو the ending of the episode.
Yeah.
يعني it really put me on the edge of my seat. I really can't wait to finish it. Also, I understand how you binge the show super fast. I get that. Yes.
It's impossible, by the way, because you will binge watch it until you see what happens at the end. Every single episode ends on a cliffhanger.
But going back to your question about what clicked with me, his parents, there's something very creepy about them. هيك شوي. حتى I have this feeling maybe they're not even his parents. يمكن عم يتفاعلون or something like to pretend to be, I don't know. وهيدا منا spoil. It's like the first 10 minutes يعني guys. بس
there's something strange
there's
about
something
everything.
strange وهيدا I like لما أحس حالي هيك unsettled وماني كتير مرتاح لما عم بحضر الشو. It gave me this feeling المسلسل which is cool.
In this drama particularly there is one. It's يعني like every single episode there's cliffhangers and there's plot twists, but there is one gigantic plot twist.
In which episode?
I don't know. I forgot. Like it's
in the first couple or like
no,
after 10
like,
or something?
No, yeah. But it is such a gigantic plot twist that it will make you rethink every single
Wow,
thing
wow, wow. I
that
love
happened
that.
in the whole drama.
I love twists اللي بيغيروا كل شيء اللي صار من قبل.
Yes,
you know, it
it's
makes you rethink
insane.
everything.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
flips the table. Yeah.
In that moment, I remember I got such like insane goosebumps that I turned cold. Like, no, it was so mind-blowing.
This is why I love TV. لما يكون فيها goosebump moments.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
So the drama, honestly, like you will see, if, like, you know, when you continue it, it's going to be a 10 out of 10 from beginning to end. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so إذا بتحبوا thrillers, check it out.
Flower
By the way,
of
ما
Evil.
كان فيه action episode 1 بيصير فيه بعدين ولا لا. It's not that kind of show. It's more suspense.
It's more
with thrills.
suspense.
مش إنه fight scenes وهيك قصص. No.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
no, not
okay.
really. Like, you know, for this show, it's more suspense, more thriller, plot twists, things like that. And there's a lot of like heart-wrenching moments, but there's also like good moments. Like there's
She's great. كتير حبيتها هي.
Moon Chae-won is insane.
هي what are her most famous works?
She's been in a lot of like medical dramas.
Medical dramas,
She's been
okay.
in a lot of historical, lots of movies. Like, you know, she like reigns across dramas that are more like melodrama.
Okay.
Yeah.
كتير حابة إنه her in the investigator cop role I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
And she looks very innocent و sweet, but
Yeah.
she's actually very adept at her work وقوية like I really liked her in the role. حسيت she has a nice duality. يعني
She's great, and I love her. I also love the lead, Lee Jung-gi.
her husband. يعني.
Yeah,
Yes,
her husband. Oh my God, I love him. I love him because he played this role that it's like one of my favorite dramas of all time, where it was a historical drama. And in the drama, he was like the outcast of his family, and he had to wear a mask on half of his face because it was scarred.
Whoa.
Very much Phantom of the Opera.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah.
What's the show called?
It's called Scarlet Heart, like Moon Lovers.
Okay.
I went to some locations in Crip.
Oh, leave that for episode 5.
Teasing. But
Okay.
it's amazing, and he was such a, you know, misunderstood. Like, he was so great. I love him.
Can we talk about Mouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, Mouse.
While I really liked Flower of Evil, ما معقول شو حبيت Mouse.
Really?
Like times 10. Yes.
No way.
This was an experience. Is it considered horror? لأنه
Yes.
خوفني.
Yeah. It's horror.
It is horror.
Yeah. It's horror. It's horror thriller.
Yeah, وجايز بتعرف انه كثير مرات بتسمعوا هورر بتفكروا انه مثلا spirits واكزورسيزم وهيك قصص وهيدا. انا هول ما بخوفوني. انا اللي بخوفني is when it's real people, psychopath,
yeah.
serial killers, stuff
Okay,
like that.
got you.
So by the way, the show is kind of about, you correct me if I'm wrong, but as I would to sum it up after watching the first hour اللي هي by the way ساعة ونص أول حلقة طويلة. It's a movie but it's worth it. And it's about إذا في genetic test بيخليكم تعرفوا إذا a kid before he's born إذا he's a serial killer رح يصير مثل Ted Bundy or anything like that. So super cool premise. And just very chilling و creepy. في violence كتير ديما.
Yeah. I don't like violence in dramas particularly. There are so many dramas where like I literally have to skip some scenes because they get like too much for me. But for Mouse in particular, I tried to push on because the storyline was so
Gripping,
great.
yeah.
But there were some scenes I had to skip over myself. Like, you know, not in the first episode, but mostly
لا
like,
مبلا كتير بالفيرست episode. لا في a bunch of murders بأول حلقة وحسيتهم brutal. وحتى Korean dramas I'm shocked إنه they don't shy away from violence against kids.
Oh my God.
Right? Is this but you see that in a few shows?
Yeah, they do. They really show the realities of like
maybe
what
very
happens.
realistic. يعني إنه مثلا هوليوود بيخافوا يفرجوا هالقصص. بالعكس I respect them إنه عم يفرجوا إنه بلا murders do happen.
Yeah.
وإنه it's just very raw حسيته.
It's very much like, you know, whenever you see any violence in K-dramas in general, it always stems from something that actually happens in real life, or it's like a real thing. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like, you know, these like in Mouse, there's like a serial killer, things like that.
By the way, is it based on a real serial killer or no?
No.
Mouse. Okay,
it's not.
okay.
Mouse is not based on a true story.
Okay.
But if it were, there would have been the your mommy, that's so scary. Because you haven't seen them yet. There are some scenes in the drama.
Gets worse?
Yeah, mommy. And truly, at episode, I think at episode 13, I had to fully take a break. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, because I'm like,
كان كتير draining وتعبك
not draining, it's scary. خفت. Like, no, أنا عن جد خفت. Like, I was like, okay, I could break, especially for me, because I genuinely cannot see stuff like this on my. I don't watch horror, but
لا أنا بحضر هورر بس هيدا خوفني أكتر من كتير هوررز لأنه it's based على evil كتير حقيقي.
I get you.
أنا spirits هو ما بيخوفوني بس serial killers because they exist.
Yeah.
أنا هلا عم فوت بهول هيدا بس إنه أنا هول بيرعبوني. So it was very chilling وما حتى حضرتها بالليل.
Oh my god.
Imagine if I watched it بالليل وطفيت له أدوية وهيك. Nadim would not have made it today. Probably.
So if you like horror, you would love Mouse. Basically, is the end prognosis of our talk.
كان بتلاقوا على view.
So what was your what was your favorite moment from the first episode, or I know you like the storyline's uniqueness, but what else?
Okay, في sequence رهيبة. Again, I don't want to spoil كتير بس بيكون في family بيروحوا camping. they get hunted by the killer. Beautifully filmed, مصور بالثلج بالسنو. في مثل فان إذا بتتذكري باص بيتخبوا بالفان. Lots of things. Terrifying. يعني كنت قاعد على أعصابي. وأنا when do you know if something is really good إذا ما حتى كان لاحظت هالسيكونس كلها شي ربع ساعة ما دقرت تليفوني. I didn't even check anything. أنا لقيت this is a sign that it really hooked me and it grabbed me. You know.
Got you.
So أنا لقيت this sequence masterclass in tension. How it was filmed, the cinematography, the sound design, the music. لأنه بتسمع footsteps of the killer and all of that. Beautiful.
Sound design in K-dramas is incredible. It's
I'm starting
so
to notice,
good. Yeah, everything builds with each other. It's so nice. But that scene, I remember it, and it does come back in the drama.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't finish there.
وأهم شيء it had a lot of emotion because there's a mother protecting her kids. وأنا كل المشاهد اللي بيكون في أم وولاد وهيك إنه بيقطعوا لي قلبي بيزعلوني كتير. So I found it super touching ويت بيخوف كتير. Very nice. So thank you. Great recommendations.
You're welcome. Everyone watch Flower of Evil and Mouse. But wait, for Mouse in particular, there is it's a gigantic plot twist as well. Yeah, because you don't know who the killer is.
صح.
You don't not yet يعني it's not يعني we're just the first episode was kind of like a setting scene.
صح, it's more of a setup thing.
You there are many mysteries within the drama that you still haven't been presented. So there's going to be a lot of twists on who is it, what is it, is it an entity, is it a person, is it a group,
entity? Things just got spicy.
So there's a lot. And let me tell you, so the main actor from Mouse is Lee Seung-gi.
Sorry, is he the one who gets arrested or the detective or who?
The detective.
He's a detective.
The police officer.
Okay,
So Lee Seung-gi is the main actor in the show. And
which is, by the way, I watched it and I wasn't sure who is the main character, which shows you how many subplots and characters they are. And I was wondering whose story it was. صراحة, after an hour and a half, I still wasn't totally sure. لأنه بيصير في كتير time jumps.
Yes, You still don't know, but he is one of the main actors. You will never find out who it is until the main
بس مش ما يفكروني أهبل. I watched ساعة ونص and who's the main character. And guys, فيها كتير time jumps. No, yes, continue, please.
Don't worry. In K-dramas in general, there are so many main actors within every TV show because it's not in Hollywood
one lead and it's their story وخلاص. So أنا إذا بدي كمل هلا Flower of Evil Mouse, I think I'm dying كمل Mouse قبل بس بدي خلص Flower of Evil كمان. بس هلا I can't wait to get home and continue Mouse.
No
for
way.
example, which is interesting. And what's your personal favorite between the two?
Flower of Evil.
Flower of Evil. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to finish both لأقلك a proper answer Do you remember the camera how it moves?
Generally
it's beautiful كيف تتحرك وبتنزل لأنه عم تتحرك الكاميرا بين different floors بالبيت. إذا عم ذكرك شوي هالسين بتاخد العقل يعني تطلع من طابق لتحت فوق zoom out. It's magical يعني. I'm so used to seeing the exact same shots of framing ب Hollywood stuff وهيك. It's refreshing شوف شيء شوي different.
I get you. That kind of reminds me of the cinematography style in Parasite. Where
I love Parasite. One of my favorite movies. You're talking about the movie, right?
Yes,
في a K-drama series that I haven't heard of called
I'm just talking about the movie. So in Mouse, I know you loved it more than Flower of Evil, and I have no favorites except it's Flower of Evil. But
smooth.
But for favorites, Lee Seung-gi is one of the main actors of Mouse. He is incredible. One of my favorite actors, favorite singers. He is like
singers.
Yes.
That's a twist.
We call them triple threats.
Oh.
Actors, like, you know, actors who sing and dance. So they act, they sing, they dance.
Okay.
Triple threat.
Hello, okay.
But Isengi will save him for like a little bit later because he will go into our variety show topic.
Okay.
A lot of stories with Isengi.
Okay, cool. We'll come back to him.
Yes, I'm so excited to tell you all about him.
What are other thrillers غير Mouse و Flower of Evil that you recommend?
I would recommend the K2. I love the K2. So the
K2?
The K2.
What does that mean?
You actually, I don't think you'll be able to.
No way أعرف أحزر in this one. Sorry, I give up من هلا.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys a little bit of a summary of the K2. So the K2 is about a former soldier who becomes a bodyguard. He is called, like, his nickname is the K2. He becomes the bodyguard of the wife of the presidential, like, you know,
nominee.
Nominee, yes.
Okay. Yeah,
exactly. So he's the bodyguard of her. And there's like many troubling things about this family. They actually have a secret daughter that they keep hidden.
Ooh,
exactly.
When بالبasement؟ ولا بس ببيت تاني؟
In the attic. Like, you know,
قريب.
I could actually, like, yeah, that's up. But this drama in particular is very, very good because it blends in action and it blends in romance.
Action as in fight scenes
Yes.
وهيك. Okay, أنا
Yes.
بحب هالقصص.
Ji Chang-wook is the main actor in this show, and he is well known to be like one of the best people. That he does his own stunts. He's in a lot of action dramas. Now he just starred in like a new action drama, like it was kind of like a gangster crime thriller.
Ooh, okay.
So he's well known for these things, and the K2 is just one of like the cutest dramas. I feel like it mixes in like those
Cutest? كان هالfight scenes cute.
Yeah, because Ji Chang-wook himself is so cute.
Okay.
I love him too. He's so nice. If you see him in his variety shows, he's like a sweetie pie. Like, you know.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, that's like the storyline of the K2.
طيب, can we talk a bit about action and stunts?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, because يعني بس just to compare إنه لما أحضر الأمريكان stuff دايما الcelebrities they barely do their own fight scenes. يعني أنا بلعب لعبة بجرب ألقط ستاند دبل، تعرف كل ممثل يعني بيجي ستاند دبل بيعمل الفايت سينز بداله، بيرجع بيعملوا one close up على الأكتر.
Yeah.
بكوريان I've noticed بالأكشن سينز بتشوف الأكترز عم يعملوا الفايت سينز.
Yes, yeah.
They're doing the stunts. I love it. So much respect.
They do it from beginning to end. They go to trainings on how to learn different martial arts. It's a big job, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's not only just acting like in terms of like saying lines
It's
and
the
emotions.
physicality.
It's a physicality of it, and like some actors do it so incredibly well that you forget that their main job isn't like you know, like bodyguard or like So it's great. Like for in the K2, Ji Chang-wook does a lot of these scenes where it's kind of like how do I say, it's targeted like hits when there is a fight scene, but also they do it in slow motion. Ooh. So you get to see like where every hit lands, like, you know, all of these things.
I love that.
It's
okay,
very good.
Matrixy وهيك. Okay,
but
really
there are
like
a lot of tropes, like even though like they do their own stunts and things like that, it's you can see in their behind the scenes. We have this trope in K-dramas where, for example, it would be one man fighting against like 9
million هيدا.
Yeah,
وكلهم معهم guns وما حدا عم يقدر يصيبه. Does this happen as well or no?
Guns are not shown as much in K-dramas. Okay. It's mostly like, you know, like pipes or like wooden sticks.
Weapons around the environment.
Exactly,
nice.
Yeah. It's more
microphones.
These are our friends. But yeah, it's like mostly like things around them.
Deema, are there any female stars with K-dramas like way up stunts?
Yeah, there are so many. There's this drama called W2 Worlds. The star, her name is Han Hyo-ju. She's in a lot of dramas recently where there's also a lot of action scenes. But in W in particular, the storyline is so cool. It's about...
I'm guessing خصو multiverse, alternate worlds, ولا شي هيك, maybe?
Maybe. Like
W2 Worlds. World Wars? No,
definitely not. It's more of like a rom-com mixed in... Yeah, it's a rom-com but mixed in with how do I say, drama, like, you know, I think that's like a very big genre in it. But basically Han Hyo-ju's character is a surgeon. She one day stumbles upon her dad's studio. Her dad is a webtoon artist. And
okay, dramas are based on webtoons, most of them.
A lot of them are,
nice.
Yes. So he's a webtoon artist, and he has been writing a storyline about this guy who lives in this world, very rich, very like, you know, cool, whatever. she gets sucked
Into the world?
into his world. Exactly.
Nice.
And within the drama, there's like a lot of scenes like where she like has to defend herself a lot. Like there's a lot that happens.
What kind of world is it?
It's like an alternate soul.
Okay.
So it's not like, it's not very much different than the world that she's
But
living
defend
in.
herself against who? I'm
my
just
God.
curious.
There's a lot of like enemies within the drama because the webtoon, like there's a lot of like, so her dad, for example, would like have written part of the story, but some of it is unfinished. So like there's like demons that come in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. It's
بس
great.
هذا rom-com.
Yeah.
الجانرز بكي دراماز بعدني ما كتير استوعبتهم صراحة بس فيه fight scenes.
Yes. Yeah. And it's great. She's
okay,
great.
nice. I want to check that out, honestly.
There's a lot of actresses that do a lot of like action scenes, but I feel like, in general, all of them, no matter like, man or woman or whatever, they all practice mostly their own stunts. And you'll see a lot of like the behind the scenes of like somebody flying in the ceiling or like somebody like,
I love this commitment.
Yes. Yeah. It's great, honestly.
Because I buy the role more إذا الأكتر عم يعمل الفايت scenes, مش إن بيجي stunt double. It ruins the illusion of it for me. Yeah.
It's mostly them, and I think like within action scenes in dramas, because it's them and because we know that they're the ones carrying it out, it builds like more, how do I say, like love for the actor, more credibility.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so حكينا عن action وthrillers وهيك. Any cool sub-genre in K-dramas?
I think K-dramas do zombie dramas a lot.
بحس أنت don't like zombie stuff.
I do not.
Shocking.
That's like public knowledge. I don't. Even though it's such a big...
Yeah, it's a big part.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of like big dramas. Like, for example, one of my favorite actors of all time, Park Hyung-sik, with Han Hyo-joo, which we just talked about from W. Both of them were paired in this drama called Happiness.
Yes.
And it's...
That was a big hit, I remember. Yeah.
Oh, you remember?
I saw the first episode only. I remember when it came out and I never continued. I wanted to. It was cool.
Yeah,
Did you like it?
I watched 6 episodes, which is like a track record for me for zombies. I was at the time, like I was filming it, like, like for like reactions and reviews, and the storyline kind of got a little bit like,
repetitive?
Not repetitive, like too zombie-ish. Too zombie-ish. Like
zombie show. Why you so much zombies?
I don't know. I like everything, like, I watch things with goblins. I watch things with vampires, with everything. Zombies, like not my thing. Is it your thing?
More than you, for sure. مثلا the most famous one is The Walking Dead. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I have.
So it's a gazillion seasons. نزعوا, I stopped in like season 7, I think. 7 seasons is a long time,
You watch 7 seasons?
1 episode a week بس خلص, then they ruined it. So what I like again about K-dramas, and you always tell me إنه قصص قصار. The Walking Dead went on for so long. بس مثلا Happiness, how long is it?
It's like 12 episodes, I think.
Okay, perfect. It's not dragged out, all the zombie stuff.
It's not. And so many people, like, don't take my review into account. I just don't like zombie dramas, but so many people gave the drama a 10 out of 10. They loved it. They said it was amazing, things like that. Even I, like, the first 6 episodes, like, I would say the first 4 episodes for me, because it didn't include so much zombie, I loved, like, it was more like thriller, like what's going to happen, things like that. The second they started adding them, I was like, okay, bye.
So even the actors couldn't keep you watching more than that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Hyung-sik. I love you.
Guilt
I really do.
on Deema's face.
But you know what? For Park Hyung-sik in particular, now we are gonna go into variety shows.
Yes.
And I'll tell you. So Park Hyung-sik is the main.
Don't you mean reality shows?
It's. I know, like a lot of people think that they are, but no, it's like
I'm trying to trigger you.
No, it's so. In Korea, like, we call like TV shows.
We.
It's a we, خلاص.
Like, in Korea,
It's a community by view.
Community by view, yeah.
So in Korea, we call like, TV shows where like they show like different types of concepts as variety shows. They're not, and reality shows have a different concept. So reality shows are mostly like dating shows, like things like that. But for variety shows, they would have like a lot of different kind of styles. So I'll explain like what they're about. But for Park Hyung-sik in particular, he was one of those people, like in the beginning, he was in like a K-pop group called ZEA. So literally ZEA, or like some people call it Zaya, but like no, but there's a lot of mispronunciations and pronunciations. We're just gonna call it by its acronym. Like, yeah. So he was one of those people that like became big through variety shows. So in the beginning, when he would do like different cameos within it, people started noticing him more. Then he started becoming an actor. Then like that's how he grew, and that's like the power of variety shows in Korea, where they can take a person who was maybe like completely unknown and turn them into a very big star.
From Z-list to A-list.
Basically, literally. Like, so...
and are they unscripted really?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot. So the biggest like differentiation of variety shows from other types of TV shows around the world that are more like adventure shows, I guess, is that they are usually unscripted and they are extremely unique. Like, let me tell you about this show called I Live Alone.
I Live Alone, okay.
What do you think I Live Alone?
انه reality show اذا حدا بيقدر reality show sorry variety show اذا حدا can survive لحاله يعني by in a house on their own. I guess. On an island.
No. Oh my God.
But it's so simple. التايتل فكرت رح احزر ودغري.
No, but that's what makes
I live alone.
That's what makes me think of how people think of variety shows. You think it's this big adventurous, like
I imagine Survivor.
Variety shows have many different genres.
Okay.
For I Live Alone in particular, it's so cute. It's basically a very simple like variety show where each episode we see a different star who lives alone. Like
What? That's it?
That's it. But it's so fun because we basically like what they would do is that they would set up cameras in their whole house, like and if they would leave the house, for example, like to go about their daily whatever, then a camera crew would go with them. But yeah, like for example, they did like one of the famous soccer players like from the World Cup that became super famous after like he like scored a goal for like the Korean national team.
Yeah.
They followed him around like for a day, and we saw his daily life, and we saw that like he's just like us.
So it's not eventful. يعني أنا براسي مفكر إنه مثل Survivor or something.
Not
big
every
island وهيك. Some of them are simple.
Yes,
كتير.
yeah,
okay.
and those are the ones that always are going to be popular because for me, for example, if there's like an actor that I love, I want to see how he lives, like but not in a creepy way, not in a creepy way, but like more like like I want to get to know them more as a person, and that's what a lot of variety shows do. Like they show you your favorite people as people, like
So I Live Alone. I'm guessing إنه for it like يكون ناجح لازم يكونوا stars people in it, مش إنه they're nobodies.
Sometimes they could be nobodies, and it's okay because what's the concept of I Live Alone is that, for example, every single episode we see like 4 to 5 people. Some of them are regulars on the show, and whilst like the things are happening, like we're seeing them live their daily lives, there's a panel of people, usually all comedians, and like they're basically watching it and reacting to it.
Oh, حلوة هاي. They're panel هيك عم يحضروا.
Exactly,
okay,
and
nice.
a lot of people from the panel, like all of the people from the panel, are like regulars on the show. So each episode there would be like a dedicated 15 minutes to their lives, and so you like continue. So even though the show, for example, this week's show could have like a very special star that comes on, an actor, but the regulars from the panel are always going to be there.
Okay.
So people grow with them as well.
Will panel become super famous?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're so famous now. They do like in variety shows in particular. Let me give you the whole like breakdown.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of variety shows. But within them, you would have like a shared cast. Lots of comedians that you would see in every single variety shows, whether they're the hosts, the MCs, or on the panels, like if there's reactions. There would be like a lot of people that you would see again and again and again because they're just that good. They get booked for every single show.
Okay.
There are some shows that are like, if it airs this Friday at 8 p.m., you will find everyone sitting down at 8 p.m. to watch it.
I love this collective experience.
Exactly. And it's not that you have to watch like the whole variety show from episode 1. You can go into episode 236 and they're very long. Like some shows have like 800 plus episodes. They've been going on for 10 years, like, and it's not like dramas. There's one episode a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's super fun. Many different genres, many different things. So we talked about I Live Alone, but let me tell you about Running Man.
Running Man? Okay.
Running Man. So in Running Man, you have a group of people, like, they're regulars on the show every single week. But what happens is that they bring guests on the show and they do challenges. Okay. So that's more of what you're thinking of.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So like, for example,
challenges and obstacle courses.
Yes. Yeah. But like funny. Yeah, there's so many funny things that they do. Like, and within Running Man, they're doing challenges, they're doing obstacles, but they're also showing Korea. So it's very nice.
So it's touristy at the same way.
Yeah, like a little bit. Like they'll show you like, oh, you're like, for example, they'd bring like a whole like idol group on, like a K-pop group on, and you'll get to see like funny moments from like your idols. Those go viral, then the show goes viral.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
Yeah, so it's a whole culture.
But are these one of the reasons that صار أنت بدك تسافري على Korea because you saw a lot of Korea through these variety shows?
Yes, one of the variety shows that I watched, like it's called 2 Days, 1 Night. Every single episode, they would basically spend 2 days and 1 night in different provinces in Korea.
Oh wow! Okay.
So they show you
this
everything.
Is showing the entire thing. Okay,
exactly, and they play challenges, and the group of people is so funny together, like things like that. And that, like, seriously, when I would watch it, I'd like write things down and be like, okay,
itinerary.
Yeah, seriously.
While she's watching, yeah.
But oh my God, for Running Man,
yeah.
Let me tell you a very special story I have for Running Man.
Okay.
So Running Man,
you were a contestant on the show.
I wish, like, I did, like, kind of. Okay, let me tell you. Running Man came to Dubai in 2016.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they came like, they wanted to film like a Dubai special episode. This story. This is a story of many things that I had to overcome to get to this point in my life. So 2016, I was in my last year of high school. And my friend had told me that Running Man was gonna come to Dubai, like that she showed me a forum where like it showed like, oh, they're gonna come on this day, whatever. I'm a very studious person. I never miss school. I have high scores.
That's a nice way of saying you're a nerd.
I am. I am very
nerd
proud.
And proud, yeah.
Nerd and
love
proud.
It.
I love it. Like, so, and I always got full marks. I always went to school, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The second that I knew that Running Man was going to go to Dubai on this day, and I pretended I was sick.
Love it.
I stayed home and I was literally following like everyone's like Twitter updates, like, where is everyone? So what ended up happening is that Running Man would go to like different locations, like famous landmarks in Dubai.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, I'm like, wouldn't JBR be a landmark because it's like a beach and things like that? And it was the one closest to me at the time. So I took a taxi at 7 a.m.
Wow.
to JBR. And I was going to...
بس ما قلتي you pretended to be sick?
Yeah.
With the school. أهلك بيعرفوا what you were up to.
No.
No. They were still asleep.
They were in their like fifth dream, and then there was just me dressing up and calling the taxi.
Oh,
like,
wow, this is a story. Okay, so you took a cab, 7 a.m.
7 a.m. to JBR, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, the landmarks in Dubai are what? Like Burj Khalifa, Medina to JBR. So I was like, okay, if they're not at JBR, I'll stay here for an hour. If they're not, we'll move on to Medina, and then we'll go in a circle until I get to Burj Khalifa.
You're just gonna sit for 5 minutes for an hour.
No, you need to. What if they come in this 1 hour? I will not make this mistake. So anyways, I went to JBR, and subhanallah, I walked to JBR, walking. I step on the beach. What do I see?
They're there?
They're there. The camera crew is there.
Wow.
I see 2 members of the show, like, not all of them, because they basically split up into groups to go to all of the landmarks. I saw 2 of them, Haha and Kwangsu, like their names. And I literally came up when I gasping and wheezing and like, I'm like, oh my God, I actually made this happen. Like,
الكرو is like مين هالكريبي بنت اللي جاي 7 الصبح هيك.
No, they were, do you know what?
لا بمزح أكيد انبسطوا كتير.
No, مش هيك, like انبسطوا because I think I was the first fan they saw in Dubai. Like, like.
هن فاكرين جايين and they don't have an audience
exactly.
here. مشي هيك.
Exactly. So they were like, oh, تعالي هون fully. Because I didn't go up to the members like هيك بس. I literally went around to the camera crew. I'm like, can I speak to them? And then they were like, please روحي. Like, so then I like went and wheezed and gasped, and they were like, oh my God, like you're our fan in Dubai, like they were so sweet. They like we took a selfie, we talked, we laughed. Then the camera cut, and that's like where my part ended in the show. It was in the episode, but in real life, yeah.
Like you knew they were filming?
Yeah, the camera crew was all there.
Hey, but I thought this was in between filming ولا شيء.
No,
you didn't mention that. And they're still recording.
They're still recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
this is a big thing.
Yeah,
okay.
I was on the show. Like my clip was on the show, and it says like Dubai fan. Like
Dubai fan.
It's so fun. Like okay, wait, I'll tell you this later. But for after then the camera cut and the camera crew put their things down. But then we continued talking like off camera.
Wow.
It was such a special moment. Maybe like top 3 like moments of my life. And they were telling me, they're like, oh, what should we eat like in this area? And I walked them around JBR, and I'm like, oh, like this is really good. We have Shake Shack, and they're like, Shake Shack. I'm like, Dubai is a metropolitan area. We have Shake Shack. And then they sat down. They took a break. I went to the grocery store. I got them like coffee, like cans, like for the whole crew.
And it was so sweet.
Because like it's so special. They're in Dubai, like this is such a special thing.
Did any other fans walk up, or it was just you?
No, but then what ended up happening was that like obviously because like some fans were like on Twitter especially, they were like following like what their schedules would be like because those
يوصلون الخبر basically.
Exactly, yeah. Like these schedules, the PR team releases them beforehand. Like it's not like you know what I mean. So then they want fans to come and see. By the time I got them the coffee cans and they sat down to take a break, then there was like a line like of girlies, and they were playing the games. So Running Man is like famous for their games. So they set up a place in the JBR walk to play these games where they would basically ask people from like walking around normally to like wear headphones and dance out a song, like and then the person opposite would have to guess what the song is. So they played that for 2 hours in the beating sun. It was summer. Like, I sat down and I watched.
Imagine. Wow.
I just watched. Like, ولا كلمة. Then Haha, one of the crew, like one of the main members of the show, took pity on me. He's like, Deema, do you want to play a game with us?
Yeah. Wow.
So then like I played the game with them, and one of the songs was like from like the 90s or 80s of like Korean music, but I knew what it was, so I could like
shocking that you knew what it was.
So I could like act it out, and they were all so impressed. They're like, wow, you know this song? Like, and I was like, yeah, I do. So that was never shown on the show, but that was such a special memory.
Did they give you that footage?
No, they would never. But I became besties with everyone in the crew. Like, I'd be like, oh, okay, but like if you need me, like you can.
And then رجعتي على البيت وأهلك بهدلوكي, or no, they never knew, they were still asleep
by
the time you came back.
It was like 9 a.m. by the time I came back.
Deema had been on TV by then, صارت a big star. That's super cool, but right. I don't think you ever thought this could happen.
Never. Like I was just going on a chance. Like I love the show. I'd been watching it for years. I remember at the time, like obviously I didn't have social media, but like I posted the picture of me and Haha and Kwangsu, and it went viral.
Oh, wow.
Everyone started calling me the lucky one.
The lucky one. Love it.
That was so much fun. That's like a core memory that I'll always cherish. Haha, Kwangsu, I love you guys. You're the best.
Okay, Deema, but do you have any other variety show stories?
I do.
I expected, like she has a bunch of stories in her pocket. Yeah.
Seriously, my pocket is full. It could be more full though. So there was a variety show called Bro and Marble. It's on View. It's about
Bro and Marble.
Bro and Marble, yeah. It's great. It's so funny. It's about a group of like actors, singers, like idols, all coming to Dubai to basically play like a big Monopoly-like game where they would have to get enough money to buy each landmark, and they would like play games and stuff like that. And like the person
I love this, and I love Monopoly, so I think this is
exactly
super cool.
It's like real life Monopoly. It's super fun. So for Bro and Marble, remember how we talked about the lead in Mouse?
Yeah.
Isengi. He is one of my favorite actors, favorite singers of all time.
Triple threat.
Like and he is one of the main cast members on this show. Anna, from the depths of my heart, I wanted to meet Isengi so badly. And I had put out the entire community as like Sherlock. Like, I was like, guys, if anyone sees that, like, 'cause I made the first video like saying that Bro and Marble is gonna like air blah, 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 like, in February. So I had known about the show like months in prior.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was going to happen. But I didn't know when they were gonna come to Dubai, all of these things. And I just put a random story. I was like, guys, if you like, happen to see any of the cast members around Dubai, don't forget to send email of drama a tip. Like literally Sherlock members. But then, subhanAllah, I was in جداف. I was literally like next to El Sif, and I was I don't know what I was doing that day. I think I was shopping. Anyways, I get a call from a person I know, like it's this like Korean chef's wife, and she calls me. She's like, Deema, I know you're really a big fan of Isengi. My husband just saw him in Medina Jumeirah. Like they're all filming, the whole crew. And I'm in El Sif, which if you don't know is like half an hour away from Medinat. Anna, Fast and Furious. I was going the speed limit, don't worry. But Anna, I was like, absolutely. I will if this works out, like I will meet one of the people that I've been a fan of for so long.
Yeah, of course.
Sped to Medina Jumeirah. If you guys don't know, the parking is,
it's tough there.
It's not on par with my parking skills. Like that took me a while. So I went in. I kind of walked around the area. I get really lost in Medina.
Medina Jumeirah كتير بتضيع أصلاً
yeah. And I was lost for my lives.
Yeah.
But anyways, I finally found like the terrace where they were like filming. Like they were filming in a restaurant. فأنا بطلع, the whole crew is there. And these are like not random people. Like, two of the members of the crew are from the band 17. And this is a huge K-pop band.
Yeah.
It was Joshua and Hoshi. And when I would go to other events after this, like girlies would come up to me. They're like, you met Joshua and Hoshi in real life. How do they smell? Like,
how do they smell? That's not creepy.
When they asked me that, I'm like, girlies, we weren't that close. Like, so, anyways, I went and the same thing. I just stood watching the show, like, and I saw Isengi, like he was like sitting, like talking, filming, all of these things. And then like, while I was watching them, I would start talking to the crew members, like, I'm a really big fan, and like, this is Deema Loves Drama, and like all of these things. And they're like, oh, okay, like, let's see, like, once they finish filming, like, we'll try to get him to say hi.
Everyone was trying to help you.
Yeah,
wow,
they were so sweet. So after they finished filming, Anna, I felt like, I didn't want to intrude or whatever. So I was just standing in the corner. Like I didn't want to trouble anyone. So I was just watching. And then like, when Isengi like turned around, like I just waved, like, I was like, hi, like, and then he saw me and he was like, okay, come here. So he like led me through security, led me through all of the crew members. And he was like, hi, how are you? He gave me a hug. We talked for a while.
Wow.
Like, what a
Were you nervous?
And I couldn't speak. Him and his manager were both laughing. Like, and I was about to, I lost all my...
Did you show him your account or anything?
No. And I lost all my marbles. Like, the show is called Bro and Marbles and I didn't have any.
That's amazing.
Like, I really like...
What did you talk about? وما بتتذكري حتى.
I told him, I was like, I've been your fan since I've been 11. Like, you're like such a big inspiration. I told him congratulations on his wedding. He just recently got married. And like he got a lot of backlash for the marriage. So I wanted to make sure that he knew that international fans were like on his side.
They had his back.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all that
really
happened.
Sweet. That's so nice to meet one of your idols. Yani.
And he was so sweet. Like I would have never like, what was I supposed to do? Like run through the gates? Like I was just standing. Like he was the one who was like,
he saw you and licked
yeah. What a sweetie.
That's
I love him.
Nice. I respect him so much more now. لأن بيقولوا
exactly.
مرات never meet your idols. They end up being إنه ما بينطقوا وسألة كتير وهيك. طلع he's amazing ورهيب وكتير genuine. Wow.
He's such a lovely person. He's a very big variety show star. He's in almost all of them as like a main cast member. And then later on, after like this happened and I was fainting my way through Medinat, I got lost looking for the parking. Whilst I was getting lost, the two members of 17 walked past me and they were like, hi. And I was like,
they remembered you?
Yeah, like, the 17 fandom is called Carrot. Like, and I felt all the like international carrots like faint. Like, like at this kind of, because literally, like, I was here, they were even closer than where you are right now.
Wow.
Like they were there. Like, and they literally were like, oh, hi, because they like recognized my face. I was like,
that's super sweet. And Deema, you didn't even have to travel to Korea to meet all these stars.
No, I didn't. But Korea is so much fun.
Which brings us into
next episode.
Episode 5 رح تكون كلها عن التريب that Deema took to Korea.
Guys, 30 days, 700 drama locations, everything that you would ever want to get out of Korea as a drama fan. All did. So
wow. صراحة it sounds insane. شو 700?
There's a lot.
Recovering.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys how many steps I took in Korea next episode. Like.
Deema, thank you so much. That was amazing as
thank
always.
you.
Yeah.
And I had such a fun time as per usual. You guys, every single episode we're only having more and more fun and I can't believe it's ending.
The season finale is next guys, episode 5.
Seriously.
Don't miss it. رح ننبسط كتير. رح نعرف كل شيء عن ديما strip. Thanks a lot.
See you next episode. Bye bye.
Bye guys.